Hi everybody, this is Becca. Welcome to my channel, Becca's Bitchin' Books. This has been a long time coming. I think I discussed this over on my other channel, and a lot of you voted to make a separate channel because you didn't want it mixing in with the content over there. So I started this channel, or I'm starting this channel, to basically just kind of talk books. I like to read. I like to read. So today I thought that we would go through the books I would like to read this month. I don't typically read a lot of physical books, although you do see my little book cart here, which is all the stuff that I have physically. But I'm primarily a Kindle reader simply because I do not have significant storage space for a lot of physical books. So I tried to purchase physical books based on what I believe I'm really going to want to have a physical book copy of. Or sometimes I'll read them on my Kindle and then love it so much that I decide to purchase a physical copy. I am able to annotate on my Kindle. That's not a big deal. I can highlight, I can keep notes, but sometimes it's just, I just want a physical copy as well so I can highlight and tab and all sorts of fun stuff. So for January, I wanted to read quite a few physical ones here, and then I have my Kindle up there. I'll get it in a second. So the first book I wanted to read this month is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I think we're going to be doing this one as a buddy read on this channel starting today and going through the end of the month, so everybody that wanted to perhaps get this on loan from their local library so that they can save a few bucks would be able to. I'm wanting to read Verity by Colleen Hoover. The next book I was wanting to read is Crossings by Alex Landrigan. This one here. I guess it's supposed to be a book that's kind of a bit of a puzzle. And I don't believe that it's meant to be read cover to cover. There is an order, the Baroness sequence, and it tells you here on the note to the reader the order in which to read this book. So it kind of bounces around, but I'm not really sure what this book is about. So I'm going to read the synopsis. It says, soon after a Parisian bookbinder is tasked with binding a manuscript called Crossings for a reputed bibliophile, he learns his client has been murdered. He believes the crime is connected to the manuscripts, so disregarding his client's wishes, he reads it. What he discovers is a dazzling story consisting of 3 narratives, each as unlikely as the next. The first is a ghost story penned by notorious 19th century French poet Charles Baudelaire. He penned it for an illiterate girl. The second is a noir romance set in Paris on the eve of the Nazi occupation, purporting to be the work of exiled German Jewish philosopher Walter Benjamin. And the third is the fantastical memoir of a woman claiming to inhabit many bodies across multiple lifetimes as she searches for her lost love. As the connections between the cast of unforgettable characters deepen, their stories merge into an extraordinary tale of separated lovers held captive by an ancient law, finding and losing love again and again. So again, this Crossings by Alex Landrigan. So we'll see what that one's about. It sounds pretty cool. Next on my list is You by Catherine Kepnes. I know that this is a Netflix series. I have not watched the series. I kind of wanted to get through the books first, and I think this is a 3-book series. I think so. I'm going to start off with this one. Next, I got this one at Barnes & Noble's where they were doing 50% off all of the hardback books. So I got Preston and Child's Bloodless. I think this is a vampire story. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Next on the list that I wanted to read this month, The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. It was in the horror section, but all of the reviews I've seen on YouTube, they're not really, everybody that's read this is saying this is not really a horror. So I'm not exactly sure. I know it takes the point of view of three main characters, the dad, the daughter, and then the little cat here. So it would be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see the point of view coming from the cat. But I'm not quite sure what this is about. So let me see. In a boarded up house on a dead-end street at the edge of wild Washington woods lives a family of three. A teenage girl who isn't allowed outside, not after last time. A man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory. And a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. An unspeakable secret binds them together. But when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. The Last House on Needless Street is an immersive and shocking journey that will keep you guessing until the last page. So I'm not sure. We'll give this a go and see what else is up with it. And the last book I would like, hopefully, to get through is Slewfoot here by Brom. It says A Tale of Bewitchery. So I guess it's about a witch. I think it's set in the Protestant times. I'm not sure. Who makes a deal with the devil. But we shall see. For my Kindle books that I wanted to get through this month, I had borrowed One Last Stop, forgot the author's name. I got that one from the library and I got an electronic copy. I thought it was okay. I finished it in like a couple days. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. And then I went through the entire series, book 1, 2, and 3 by Danielle Laurie of the Maid series. So I finished book 1, The Sweetest Oblivion. That was the story of Nico and Elena. The series is a dark romance, taboo romance, mafia romance. So if you're not into that sort of stuff, violence and all that, skip it. The steam was on point. It was great. I read the second one, The Sweetest Obsession. I think that's what it's called. And that one's the story of Christian and Gianna. Loved it. And then the last one in the series is The Darkest Temptation. All of these are by Danielle Laurie. And The Darkest Temptation is the story of Ronan and Mila. And Ronan loved him. He just such an ass. Total gangster, super funny. And so I was reading it here on my Kindle, and all of the Russian is not written with the Russian alphabet. It's it doesn't use the Russian characters. It's using, our alphabet characters. So when I was highlighting to translate, my Kindle wasn't translating it. So I was constantly on Google typing everything in to try to get the translation. And oh my gosh, Ronan talks dirty. He's so freaking funny. And I loved it. So I finished those 3. So I finished on my Kindle for this month, One Last Stop and the Maid series. And there's a couple other books. I have The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig on my Kindle. I'll try to get to that one this month as well. And Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Station 11, I guess, is a post-apocalyptic, post-pandemic horror thriller type book. And I got that one from my library. And the Book of Accidents, I guess, is supposed to be another horror type book. I borrowed that one from my library as well. And the last one I want to get to this month is False Witness by Karen Slaughter. I read Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I know that that book has quite a bit of, it's very controversial because of the topics discussed. The content warnings are graphic violence, violence against women, rape, murder. I mean, it's just every content warning that you can think of, it's there. But I absolutely loved that book. And so I figured, that was my first Karen Slaughter book I ever read. So I figured I would take a chance and get False Witness from the library and give that one a go as well. So I'm probably gonna start False Witness today. And hopefully I can get through my physical pile as well. I know it's pretty ambitious, a pretty ambitious reading list for the month of January, because we're quickly moving into February, and I would like to get some romances in for the month of February, you know, love month and everything. So that's all I got. That's all I got. I think in a couple of videos, I'm going to do what's over here, my little books over here, to see, so you guys can see what physical books I have. I have quite a few romances down here on the bottom that I would like to get into next month. A lot of Colleen Hoover, and some other stuff. Some series up here, and a couple others that I meant to get through in October of last year during Halloween, and it never happened. So we'll see if I can get through those, even if it's not Halloween, even if it's not the spooky season. Who cares? We're going to do it anyways. So thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the channel. This is the one we're reading in the month of January through the end of January, Colleen Hoover's Verity. And I'll see what we're going to do, see if we're going to do a live stream so we can discuss what I'll try to figure that out. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next one.